here. It's finally here. Oh my goodness. We are here for Hunter x 411. If you're watching this over on YouTube, there are chapters down below to skip straight to my reaction because, as you can see here, I gotta go over my notes that I have been doing. Last year, I read through the entirety of Hunter x Hunter for the very first time, and once I got to the Succession arc, it was just so much was happening. I had to make a series of notes every single volume. There's a link down below if you want to actually check out these notes. They are available on my website. So we need to go over this. I also realized that I do not have the system I use to pull up the manga panels. So let me find out what I need to do to get that to work. Oh, please be this URL. I have oh, it is not that one. Okay, well, this one. So I use a way to pop up them. Oh, it is not this one either. Oh boy. I knew I was missing something. Of course, we go live. Hello there, chat. Welcome to the stream. As I look through my history to see what part, where was this? I literally used this for One Piece. And now it's like, poof, disappears into the ether. Into the ether. Hello there, this is me. Hello there, Trebor. Hello there, Iran. Welcome to the stream. I am so excited. This has been, I can't believe it's actually happening. That we're really going to get a new chapter of Hunter x Hunter. I'm at the last page right now. You can see on my screen, which you can't because it shows my notes right now. But I'm right now on the, not that one, this one. I'm on the last page of chapter 410. And I refreshed it, and you can see right at the bottom, well, it's blurred, but it says chapter 411, June 28th, 2026. That's today. Oh my God. For this entire whole catch up for the year, I'm very excited to dive right into this. I do apologize. I got everything ready except for the literal thing that allows me to share the panels on screen. I was like, I'm ready. I could do this. It's going to be so good. I'm so excited. And then here I go, not making it correct. Okay. Let's see here. I swear oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Oh, no wonder why. Okay. Perfect. So this should work. Wait, I didn't even connect it to OBS yet. How about now? Okay, let's fix that. You know what? we're in the fixing phase. Okay. Why won't you want to? Well, luckily, I told people to skip ahead. Well, actually, no, we're going to redo the intro. We're going to redo the intro. That's fine. We'll redo the intro while I... Of course, the thing that frustrates me the most, once again, it curses me as well. Try this. And this? Oh, okay. Yes. That makes a whole lot of sense. All right. Apologies, chat. I have to connect this to OBS. I swear, if this is your first time watching my streams, the showing the panel thing is one of the most the best part about this stream. And so it's got to work. Okay, there we go. It says it's connected. So now when I do this, there we go. There we go. Okay. All right. We are now back in this, because what this means is that when I highlight a cool panel and I'm like, yo, look at Benjamin's face getting all pale and sweaty, it shows up on screen. Excellent. We're back with Departure playing in the background. You will smile again. Here we go. I'm ready. I am freaking ready. Okay. let's start the damn YouTube video. Hello, you know what? We're keeping it all in. I'm just so happy that Hunter x Hunter is back. We're not cutting anything out. I already told people at the beginning, if you want to skip to the chapter reaction, you can already do that. If you're watching this as a VOD on YouTube, for all you live viewers, welcome. I am so excited. This has been all last year. I have spent catching up to Hunter x Hunter. And now I finally get to enjoy a chapter at the same time as all of you. I am so thrilled. However, the Succession arc is, let's just say, complicated. It is one of the most complicated arcs I have ever read in a manga. I do not read manga that is this complicated. And so that's why I have a handy dandy notes. Links are down below if you want to check out the notes yourself. But let's catch up on what the hell is happening. So first, let's look at the key. Let's look at the key here, okay? We got our green theories with little dots, our Nen abilities with the dashes, unconfirmed stuff. So this is stuff that not necessarily a theory, but a character is saying something about someone and it's not really confirmed to be true. I think a good example of that, let's see here. Here's one that's pink. Here, although heavily hinted, it is unconfirmed what Beyond will do when we get to the new continent, right? We have been told by other people besides Beyond about what he will do when he gets to the new continent. However, we have not had confirmation from himself on what he's actually going to do. So when I say unconfirmed, it's basically like another character is talking about someone else. There's a lot. There's a lot we have here, okay? All right, we got our goals for our characters, our allies, and also the people we want to kill. Well, the characters that want to kill. And because we left off on, and you guys could correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm going through my memory right now. Last chapter, we have Morena and Bork card game has been resolved, and Bork is joining Morena's crew. Because we had the crazy card game that was insane. So we're not even sure how that's going to happen. And then Benjamin leaves off meeting with the Zodiacs, Maliza Storm, and oh my God, who's the other guy? That's why we got our notes over here. Maliza Storm and Boto Bai, and they are interrogating about because Benjamin started martial law, which was like the thing that we were worried that might happen is now happening. And right before Benjamin started martial law, we do not know what happened between him and Hulkenberg, because Hulkenberg took over Balsamecco and Balsamecco, or no, Hulkenberg took over Balsamecco. Hulkenberg was poisoned, and he still had the other poison that Balsamecco held, and most likely poisoned Benjamin. However, the theory I have is that although Benjamin is poisoned, maybe Hulkenberg has also now taken over Benjamin. We do not know. That is unconfirmed. But it seems like, at least it kind of seems like Benjamin is poisoned, and he only has a couple of hours to live. Actually, I have that exact thing. Where's the poison? All right, we're going back through here. All right, here, the poison. Okay, this is our poison. The Tisk 17. So we got a Tisk 17. 12 hours. Leading to rapid death in 12 hours. So he's got 12 hours to live. And we actually have, it's 10 hours before coma, then 2 hours before death around day 12, 1 p.m. So this is what I was referring to, is that it is day 12 at 1 p.m. when we last left off with Benjamin. And my belief is that once Benjamin enters the coma in 10 hours, that's when Hulkenberg will have 2 hours left to do what he needs to do with Benjamin. Because my belief right now is that Hulkenberg is asleep. Benjamin is way too powerful for Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg is able to keep, Benjamin is able to keep Hulkenberg away. So we'll see. This next chapter, 411, might not even resume what just happened. It might not even resume what just happened. Bone, yes. Bone says, and the judicial guy who's colluding with Melody was also with Misa Storm and Botobai, just reminding. Yes. We have the guy right here. And also, we do not know what is up with this guy. Let me go back. I have notes here. We do not know who the hell this guy is. He is still a complete mystery. There is so much in. Oh yeah, here we go. So not only is Kaiser in love with Melody, I totally forgot about that. We know for sure. Well, actually, no. Melody believes to know that Kaiser is being manipulated. Now, I said this as unconfirmed because my belief was that the whole point of Melody's character is that she is so ashamed of her body after being transformed. And to me, I feel like when she says the investigator is being manipulated, I truly feel that is just because she is feeling these like romantic feelings for Kaiser. And so it is very confusing for her to be able to go like, oh, he's being manipulated because there has to be something wrong with it. No one would love someone like me, right? That's how I feel is going on. So that's why I put it as unconfirmed, because she says that he's being manipulated, but I think it might just be love. It might just be love. I also said if Kaiser is truly being manipulated, he is probably being used as a Nen extender and can affect other people. So the other thing is, yeah, he might just be a Wi-Fi extender for someone else using Nen. So we don't know. There's just so much crazy going on, but Kaiser is definitely a huge mystery. And oh my God, I can't even forget. So we have Melody, Kaiser, and what's her name? Fugetsu planning to kill the Seventh Prince. So they also have their own plan to kill the Seventh Prince. Wait, no, not Fugetsu. Sorry, Kacho's. Oh my God, dude, it's no, Melody, Kaiser, and then Kacho's Nen ability are planning to kill the Seventh Prince. Oh my God. It's all slowly coming back to me. Oh my God, it's all coming back to me. Oh my God. Also, this is the last Nen beast that we do not know who is associated with. I don't know why I highlighted it. You guys could just see it right now. But either way, this was the last Nen beast that we don't know who it's related to. My belief is that it's just Wobble's ability. But once again, we don't know yet. But that is literally the only Nen beast that we don't have someone who uses it. So we'll see. Oh my God, dude. It just so much. We also have to see what's up with Mariam. Mariam is still going through depression right now. Oh my God. It is just, it's crazy. It is literally, there is so much. I think what we should do is I might just start reading, and if we come across, no, we have to, I still have to go over some other bits and parts. It's just that there is so much that I feel like it might just be impossible for me to recap everything. Okay, so yeah, we have the Bork stuff. That's actually important to say. Although Bork initially wanted to choose the X card, it would be cool to see her try to change Morena in some way. So there was my belief that now that Bork is joining up with Morena, that there is some part of Bork that feels like she can fix her. She's like, I can fix you, Morena. That's my belief. That's what I have a theory on. That's my theory. We're gonna fix Morena. I don't know how that's gonna be possible, but I think Morena is a very much an empathetic character given what happened at the Flesh Carnival. So definitely she is certainly a character where it's like, we feel bad for her. She's been through so much. Oh my God, this is me. Yes. Oh no. Oh, okay. Yes. We also have the silent, the silent majority. Oh my goodness. So this one was very interesting. Someone in the comments mentioned this, that the Nen ability is referred to as a Zashiki doll. In Japanese, genderless works are used in references. So there is, because I believe it, maybe I'm incorrect, but Viz, and this also applies to Alluka, or not Alluka. Hold on. Who is, oh man, dude, I have to get all this here. We're all the way over here. Where's the Zoldyck family? Where's the Zoldyck family? Nope, you're not Zoldyck. Uh-oh, there they are, all the way over here. Oh no, it is Alluka. Okay, I was thinking Alluka was Nanoka, but it is Alluka. So a character like it, from reading the comments, which I greatly appreciate it, Alluka in Japanese is, they use genderless words. In throughout the English translations, they're all over the place. They're all over the place with it. And the same thing with the Zashiki doll, where it's like, it is the use, there's no gender associated to this character. It is just a character. There is also people have linked me theories about this being the Nen ability of the rat, which would be insane that he's on this boat, but in association with Beyond, like Beyond has to be cooking something on the boat. So that also could just be true. This whole list is basically who I would believe is, like, my hope is that it isn't the rat, because I think I think it's a very cool small mystery to just try to solve about, here are the characters who are participating in the Nen class. One of these characters may be using it. My closest guess was Satobi, just because he initially was extremely cautious about everyone, considers Kurapika dangerous, and it has abilities with Nen. But we'll see. Who freaking knows? There's so much going on. Oh my goodness. Let me see if I caught up with any of the other comments before we dive in. Okay. The thumbnail is hilarious. Thank you. This is me says the new news, Hunter x Hunter has surpassed 100 million sales. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. Hell yes, dude. Okay. Born to be Wild. The Zashiki doll thing is kind of imposter game, where the team of 10 were infiltrated with someone making it 11. Them figuring out who it is, and the first instance we saw was Silent Majority. Oh, you're right. Okay. There was, I wish I remember, because I watched that theory video so long ago, but the Silent Majority is an actual, like, theory. And that's what you were referring to. Okay. So it could be counted as 11 members, and it started as a snake bite. So yeah, this might not be, there could just be one more person that we just don't know of. Oh my goodness. There could have been someone, because yeah, right. The snake bites that we see here were the same snake bites when Kurapika initially joined the Wobble Room. So it is possible, yeah, that there is still someone hiding since the beginning of us entering the boat. Oh, okay. Thank you. Bone to be Wild says, the genderless thing was that in English, Furyakov mentioned he, for the one who hid that they had Nen ability prior to the class. Okay, thank you for clarifying. So yeah, in English translation, they referred to the Nen user of Silent Majority as a he, but in Japanese, it is genderless. We don't know who. We don't know whether they're male or female. So, okay. I think it's time. I will continue to go back to this whole mess of notes, but I think it's time. Oh man, I don't even know if I'm ready. Here we go. There it is. Chapter 411 of Hunter x Hunter. Let me know, everyone. Hopefully the background music isn't too loud. And hopefully we aren't lagging. I saw that there was a bit of a lag. If there is more lag, I will have to drop the Twitch stream because the Twitch stream is like extra bandwidth on my internet. So if you are watching on Twitch, hello there, Treb, welcome. Oh wait, Treb says, Hunter x Hunter is back. What plot are you most excited about seeing continue? That is a tough question. I really want to learn more about Kaiser. I desperately want to learn more about Kaiser because he is just such a wild card about like what his true intentions are, whether he truly loves Melody, whether he is trying to set up Melody and Kacho for killing Laz. Like there's so much possibilities with Kaiser that I'm just like deeply afraid that it might backfire. It seems too good to be true. Okay. Let's begin chapter 411 of Hunter x Hunter. Oh my god! Togashi, you awful person! Oh my god. It's Terry holding, is it Paco? Paku. It's Terry holding Paku. Dude. I don't have him on the list, but maybe you are, no, oh my god. Oh, Pyro, thank you, Pyro, that's his name. Togashi, okay, how long did everyone wait? Nearly 2 years, everyone waited for Hunter x Hunter to return. The first page you see, 411 announcement, is Terry holding Pyro's head. Now, if you're new to the channel, I mispronounce characters completely wrong. And I have nickname, what's his actual name? Hold on. I have nicknamed Siterichnic as Terry because I simply cannot pronounce that name. I could go Sateri maybe, or Sari. I think it's Sari. But I got so used to calling him Terry that we're sticking with Terry. Just as a heads up. Heads up, this is Terry. Okay, God, this is look. The art is actually beautiful. This is actually incredible artwork. Togashi nailing it again. I'm trying to pull up the panel again because this is just, it is actually just a really beautiful panel. I love the color pencil artwork, him being presented as a god, because as we know, this man is insane. Okay, actually, he may be, most likely, he is a Beyond child. We did also learn about the Beyond children, and it might be one of the princes. And big theory is that it is Terry. I hope it's someone else, but we have seen the panels of Terry looking very similar. And it just might be happening. So yeah, that's it. Netero vibes. Terry has some panels that look just like Netero. Oh my god. Okay. We are only at the cover. We are only at the freaking cover. Okay, good. Second page, calm. Nothing happening. Okay, all right. We're already back at Hulkenberg. We're seeing the Hulkenberg side of what happened. All right. Day 12, Thursday, 8 a.m. So this is before martial law has been called. It is before the end of it's before chapter 410 happened. The 9th Prince Hulkenberg's funeral processions will depart here at 1 p.m. and is scheduled to arrive at the Tier 1 funeral hall at 2 p.m. The will stated that the princes will be exempt from farewell send-offs in consideration of the succession battle. Balsamecco on the call with Benjamin. I shall return after his personal guard has been disbanded and reassigned below Tier 2. Well done, thank you. Yes, sir. we see Hulkenberg controlling Balsamico. Oh man, here we go. Oh no, Togashi is like, he's giving us all the plot points. He's giving us all the plot points. We are back with Kacho, Melody, and Kaiser. How is the 11th Prince Fugetsu? Sleeping soundly. No wonder. She needs to rest until she recovers enough to wake up on her own. Am I the one making her expend excess energy? Listen to me. Never think that way. Fugetsu needs you. She won't last without you. Kaiser steps in. Whether 9th Prince Hulkenberg got himself killed or was assassinated by the 1st Prince Benjamin, his funeral will be grand and solemn and not to offend people. We will wait until the funeral is over and hopes it ends smoothly. Meanwhile, we should prepare ourselves for whatever comes next. 302. 302. Is that? No way are they going. Do I have? I don't have. Oh, okay. I did not put room numbers. Wait. No. 1013 is the room with Miriam. That was the one I was thinking of. 302. Okay. Oh man, we're back with Morena. Okay. Able to alter their face. Actually, do I have their name? Let's see here. Pulling up here. Angry face. Angry face. No, wait. I don't have their name? No, this is not. Wait, this is not a Morena character. I'm looking at my list of Morena disciples. I don't have this person here. Unless they're already in disguise. They might already be in disguise. Okay, it might be Chieftain. All right, let's just continue. Okay. Thank you. You're right. Okay, hold on a second. We got... Yes. We have Camilla's soldiers. So let's see here. I have the list of Camilla's soldiers here. No. No. Oh, no. This is Wobble. Oh, she's part of Wobble. Oh, no. This is our silent majority? This is the person who is sent to go to Wobble's room. This is the character. Oh, no. All right, Sarah Hell is right. Oh my God. Okay, so this transformation, remove the eyebrows, put in the contacts, got everything all together, the wig, everything. That will be her disguise going into Wobble's room as the maid. Okay, that's some makeover. Oh, okay. You gotten senile, Granny. This is who I really am. And the other person is my persona as captain. Oh, just keep telling yourself that. The 9th Prince's death has greatly altered the situation. Are you going with the plan? Yes. Finding the exorcist is necessary, so I want to expose them ASAP. It's better if there aren't any, but we have to assume there is and search accordingly. We need to tailor our response to the type of exorcist we find. Also, yes, do I have notes on that? Because I do have connections. So all of Camilla's soldiers are also cursed. And their whole point is to basically curse the princes that they are assigned to. This is basically a suicide mission for all of these soldiers. How many days do you need to accumulate? No, wait. No, hold on a second. It is a curse that can only be transferred if you kill yourself in front of the person that you want to curse. Am I getting that correct? I think that is true. I think they have to kill themselves in front of the person in order to curse them. I don't know why that came to mind, but that feels true now. Oh my God. This manga is just crazy. This manga is just freaking crazy. Okay. So we cut back to them talking. How many days do you need to accumulate the curse for the 14th prince? A whole week if we're in different rooms and I can't see them. Wait, did we get a date on when this occurred? We didn't. We do not get a date on when this occurred. I don't feel like it's safe to assume that it is day 12. So this, I feel like this might happen. Well, no, because the ninth prince already died. So yeah, maybe this is more recent than I was thinking. Okay, regardless. A whole week if we're in different rooms and I can't see them. If I get lucky, they let their guard down and I get close enough, I'll kill her on the spot. In that case, have Kako take over for me. Okay, here I go. All right, we are back in the room. Okay, so we have everyone all here, including Sarah. Okay. Okay, let's begin. Workshop, second round. Wait, second round. Also, no, it's a perspective thing. No way is Bobby and Fury that tall. Okay, based on the results of the previous round, a plurality of participants requested we continue the lessons. I have the intro class be able to use Nen within 2 weeks. That's my guarantee, just like last time. Fury, thinking to himself, which one of us watches over the intro class? Are you sure? I'll get speaking to Bobby on this one. Are you sure you don't need a primer? Yes, of course. The prince thinks you need it. No, seriously, you need it. I've decided to increase class size and split it into an introductory class and a beginner class. Okay. All right, we have our cast of characters once again. Wait a minute. No, we're going over. Okay, hold on. Never mind. Hold on. I'm getting confused. Character faces. I'm blinded to some character faces. I was thinking that Slacka looked like Muhan. I was like, oh wait, are we going back in the past? But no, this is all correct. This is all correct. Nothing has changed so far besides the addition of a Camilla maid. Okay. I promise the beginner class that you will master the basics of one of the 4 exercises per week. Furthermore, in the intro class, only I plan to allow an extra student per prince for the princes whose agendas align with ours. Okay. All right, fine. Let's just complicate this even more by allowing more people to join in, because I do see some new faces. Who the hell are you, buddy? You're new. You're not in the list of characters I have listed in my notes here. Okay? I'm looking at my notes. You ain't a part of this. Okay? Why don't you shoot? Go on, get out of there. Go. Get off the screen. Thank you. You're not a part of this list. And then we got to add Sarah L there too. Wait, is this guy new too? Oh my God, this guy's new. What the hell? Oh my God, you guys are making this so much more complicated. Why? Whoa. Just make it easy for us. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to the chapter. So Kurapika continues on. Please confirm over the phone whether they desire to fill the extra slot. The beginner class will be a month long, but you can drop out at any time, of course. Furyakov thinking to himself, the basics of the 4 exercises in 1 month. That's an unthinkable pace for normal training, but it's not impossible. With a literal kickstart to the process. If the succession battle stalemate continues for another month, the beginners will become bona fide Nen users. They would no longer be defenseless cannon fodder. He's increasing the number of recruits in addition to equalizing military strength. It'll spread out the guards in the other princes' quarters and induce the succession battle as a whole towards a more defensive contest. All right, Kurapika right now, big braining it. You're new! Oh my god, we're adding so many new people here. Ah, get out of here. Mr. Bellaray? Huh? Didn't people get murdered during the previous workshop and they still haven't found out who did it? Will we be safe this time? Honestly, I don't know. But I don't think they'll go after you. Don't let me know. Do let me know right away if you see a girl in a mask. And then we have some people gossiping. They've been here before. They're like, oh, okay. Does it feel like your skin has cleared up? My shoulders are like less stiff. I know, I still get tired, but I feel more energized. And then, so that was the 11th prince. And now we cut over to the servants of the 10th prince. Sixth Queen Seko keeps denying it, but if the soldiers try to seal the area, then the 10th prince Kacho is no longer, we just do as we're told. Shh. And then this random guy who shows up, Havet. Okay, we know his name now. Okay, Javiet. He says, if the extra person we're bringing is a guard like Gato, it must mean Nen is that powerful. And then Satobi is like, 7th Prince Lazarus deserves to watch and wait until the trouble with the Mafia has settled down. This grace period is a great opportunity for us. We're with the 2nd Queen Dunzel now, but... Oh, okay. Because Luz went into hiding, the guards have swapped. He is not dead. We're with the 2nd Queen Dunzel now, but no matter which prince becomes king, all of us will face restructuring. Gaining this skill will significantly impact our options. Yeah, and it would be valuable to get in contact with the 2nd Prince Camilla's personal guards here. She's one of the maids, right? She could be a spy. Looking over at Sarahel. 14 Prince 14 Prince Wapple is the master bedroom. I'm closer than I thought. I might be able to get my hands on something she used, so 5 days may be enough. Go to Tenfuri. More people along with the joint declaration of surrender with the Finns Prince Tupa. This is a strategy to induce chaos and defend via obfuscation. It's unwise to reduce personnel in room 1003 any further, Your Highness. Okay, on the phone call. We could always invite Prince Wobble's party to dinner. I like it's in quotes, dinner. After the workshop is over. We'd rather not have it reported to First Prince Benjamin that we become good friends. I've been waiting for this answer. The Mafia will take care of the armed conflict in the end anyway. I do not need to share this special ability with any more rivals in this rat race. I understand. Then leave things to us. Sakata is here anyway. We can get him to take the class. Okay, so we have Mayor has left the classes. He is no longer participating in the classes and says, I may have been prepared to use Nen. I may be prepared to use Nen, but I'm still basically powerless against First Prince Benjamin's personal guards. All I can do is keep improving myself and highlight our collaboration with Zhongli to Benjamin. Benjamin's personal guards must notice the appearance of 5th Prince Tupa's Nen beast. This will act as a deterrent for a while. In the meantime, we'll invite Kurapika over for training. I can't be choosy if the prince is in danger. Okay? So all these discussions are happening, and Kurapika notices something. Hulkenberg is dead. Damn. The prince whom I hope to make stepping stones to connect with, Terry. We never found out the secret to that ability, produced that trembling rumbling. Right. But that is Hulkenberg's physical body has died. He didn't die of illness. He must have been assassinated. And right before the trial with Benjamin, it's obvious, but there won't be any proof. I'm not keen on it. Or sorry. It could very well be that he is actually dead and that Benjamin won, but I don't believe that. I don't believe Hulkenberg is dead. His body is dead. I still believe he's alive. I know in the beginning of this chapter we saw him with Balsamecco, but that was also before the martial law was enacted. So Balsamecco and Benjamin conflicted at some point between then and chapter 410. So Kurapika's like, okay, obviously there won't be any proof of him being assassinated. I'm not keen on it, but I must consider the truth of his death as a starting point to instigate the general public into chaos. Oh, we're starting a riot! He was a deterrent for the higher princes and a symbol of hope for the lower princes. Just having his personal guard in the room produced the right amount of tension mixed with a sense of security. Now that it's gone, I want to stoke the uncertainty felt by the higher ranked princes, even if doing so increases risk. We're going a little bit more offensive, but no other prince would want to send more of their people to room 1014. And then as Kurapika is like trying to figure all this up out, Sarel is like looking at him, and then we have more conversations happening. I'm Jipper, assigned to tier 1. Wait, that is the leader. Didn't you die? Jipper was a part of Terry's friends. He was like the leader of their crew. Right? Oh, no. Am I getting this wrong? That's not Jipper. That's not him. He died. We saw him die. Unless I'm thinking of someone else, but I'm pretty sure that guy died. Okay. I'll just continue reading, and we'll see. I'm Jipper, assigned to tier 1 to replace Borkins. Is there anything to take note of for taking Johan's role? Oh no. I felt like he died, didn't he? Okay, he was replaced with Borkins. Okay, so he did not die. He was just replaced. Okay. All right. I'm like, people can disguise themselves. I'm like, who is this? Okay, he did not die. I like that. Also, the next comment is, yeah, don't die. If more of us get killed, the prince won't stay silent, and he'll start blaming me. And just when his attention has been pulled away from me. Okay. All right, as Kurapika is looking off into the class, all the classmates and everything. So we'll begin with 9 in the intro class and 9 in the beginner class. Divide into groups. We have the 10th prince and we have 10th prince servant and the 11th prince servant. I'd rather be here than keep taking the 6 bitch abuse. I don't like it, but anything to help 6 Queen Seiko. Let's work hard. If I can really get superhuman powers, I'll be more useful for the 11th Prince Fugetsu. I'll be able to fight too. And then the 13th Prince servant is like, oh, I'm scared. I don't want to do this. I just want to go back to room 1013. Who is this dude? Gaito. Gaiteo? Just focus on learning then, huh? Yes, avoid going off on your own. Waiting out is the way for us to safely and surely improve our status. You mean you, not us. The princes keep dying, and our target is a freaking baby. How long could this take? What idiot would pass up this chance as a path to a sure promotion? Oh man. Bro does not know what Kurapika's about to cook on you. Oh my god. And then Kurapika's like, if the snake charmer is among us and attacks another one of Terry's personal guards, we may go to court. Is there a slight possibility Terry would appear himself? Those in the intro class, clasp your hands any way you want. For beginner class, I'm passing out a piece of blank paper. All right. Can I say something? Slaka, I'm Slaka, affiliated with the second Queen Dunzo. I want to join the intro class. Everyone's like, what is he thinking? Kirby is like, yeah, I don't mind. Affiliated with Queen Dunzo. So you're second Prince Camilla's royal guard. All right. Jipper's like, piecing everything together. Nah, third Prince, Zhang Li's guard. If I'm going to stay here, I might as well learn something too. Zhang Li, watch. Dude, holy! What just happened? I'm pulling up the names. I'm looking at my notes for the names of this guy. What is this guy? Donjin, dude, oh my god, what a glow up. Donjin got the glow up here. Right, this is him upon entering the class. Right, and now that he's learned, actually he does not have the affinity towards Nen, but now he looks like this. Zhang Li, a watchdog for a lower ranked prince, left his post. That's unthinkable. Is this Mayor? Yeah, Mayor's like, if he's here monitoring to gain something important, if they're going to leave us out of the loop, we should consider the treaty. And then we have, where are you? He's with the class. I literally don't have this guy's name. It's fine. We also have this guy here who's like, you idiot. Giving them unnecessary information. Is he trying to destroy the relationship we've built? Yeah, I do not have this guy's name. I cannot find him for the life of me. Oh no, it's Sakata. Okay, let's keep going. And then Slaka just has this like smirk on his face, that knowing that he's trolling the shit out of everyone. And Slaka's like, and then Sakata is like, bastard, he's doing it on purpose. Last time they took advantage of me being hands off and snuck around making backroom deals. If they keep this information on Nen that could sway the succession battle all to themselves, I ain't playing along with this. We're all buddies charade. Yeah, Kurapika just pissed off. Was like, good grief, look at these two. As you may have noticed, he's here under special circumstances to find out important information on Nen that could affect the results of the battle for succession. Now is as good as a time for the announcement. I like to talk about it right here and now. Let's freaking go. Oh my god, Kurapika. And then we have the reaction faces of everyone. Ooh, oh, what? Let's continue. Sakata's like, yeah, hold on. That's not a good idea. You're going to use that information to your advantage. Is that what you mean? I'm afraid it's not that kind of information. Sakata's like, what? Bobby looking over like, what's he cooking? My wording seems to have caused a misunderstanding and I apologize. I'm sorry it was possible to interpret what I said to mean only the prince who had the information would benefit. And Slaka's like, wait a minute! How else were we supposed to take it? Allow me to explain. On the ship, we're in the middle of a succession battle to determine the next king of Kakin. An aberrant process where the sole survivor inherits the throne, which begs the basic question. Why go to such lengths? Good question. And then people pondering. Okay. The cause they're fighting for, needlessly to say, is for prosperity of a nation, Kakin, a king to lead more than 1 billion people. The ritual facilitated this decision. Has a more than adequate mandate to go to such lengths. Nen further maximizes the results and validated the ritual. That is how it all began. The use of the Nen ability. Oh, dude, I love this panel here of Hui just having complete control like a god over Kakin. The use of a Nen ability with its vows and limitations empowered the leadership of the next king, because they triumphed through such a brutal competition. It virtually guaranteed prosperity for the next generation. Nen is that powerful. And then Kurapika pulls out the chained hand. When I say vows and limitations, that is a key aspect of Nen. When Nen is brought to bear using strict rules that put people at great risk, the power of the effect is multiplied exponentially. Okay, so So now I think what is happening is Kurapika is now revealing that this whole succession game is a part of a Nen restriction. Because, right, we have because we got some crazy pieces here of the Sword of Good Omen, the Lotus Anchorite, and the Sea Urn as some crazy things that seem to be being a part of this succession. All right, so is he really going to reveal this? Are we going to get some real answers here? The act of sacrificing the lives of kin down to a single successor demonstrates considerable determination and carries the risk of wiping out the entire clan. And that's the level of determination required to demonstrate the intent, and this is all in quotes now, the intent of going through with the ritual. We have only reached the second phase of the process. Woo! All right, this is some Raihan level text here for Kurapika. There are 4 phases for this ritual, which, powered by Nen, make up the battle for succession. Dedication and prayer to the gods, making an offering to the gods, a celebration of the spirits of the dead. Theocracy, the unity of state, sacrifice, and governance. Prayer for the national prosperity and pledge a vow. Sacrifice the lives of kin, a testament to their commitment. Gather. Oh, I'm like reading this. I'm reading this incorrectly. Okay, I'm breaking this. Okay, I'm going to reread this because there are arrows pointing down. So it goes from dedication and prayer to the gods to making an offering, and then it turns into prayer for national prosperity and pledge a vow. Sacrifice the lives of kin as a testament to their commitment. And then we go into the next part, which is a celebration of the dead. A celebration of the spirits of the dead. Theocracy, the unity of state, sacrifice, and governance, then goes down to gather together the bodies of the princes who died and form a sacred energy convergence with the massive power generated administers the state of affairs. The Tree of Kakin. That's what he's referring to. Oh my god. Okay. All right. It's all piecing together. Oh, this is so cool. It is critical that the succession proceeds the way it does. Without these risks, the new leadership would lack the necessary power for governance, meaning sufficient Nen to maintain the spirit beast of a king worthy of leading the people of Kakin. This limitation is the important information that will affect the results of the Battle of Succession. Oh my goodness. Dude, these panels are beautiful, Togashi. Holy! It will take 2 months for the Black Whale to arrive at the new continent, and 12 days have already passed. We have a month and a half left. The ceremony in which the current king will formally announce which prince will succeed him is scheduled for right after we disembark. The deadline for resolving the succession battle is the end of the voyage. Determining the succession within that time is non-negotiable. And then we have this beautiful panel of just Kurapika, everyone in the Nen class here. If there is no sole survivor by the deadline and the ritual fails to complete, the Hyogyo-ryo family will fall from power. The chaos. The chaos. Oh my god. We might literally not have the succession. This is crazy. I didn't even think that was going to be a possibility. Fall from power. A change of, government. It's certainly a government, right, guys? Not a dictatorship, right? Government, right? That's the word we use here? Okay. The ability to adapt through the ages, manipulate the masses are enhanced by Nen. Without this, it would be inevitable. Wouldn't the risk be greater if failing to meet the deadline results in everyone's death instead? Why a fall from power and not annihilation? The concept of a soul survival already fulfills the vow to put lives on the line. Depriving all choices during the ritual would be enforcement that the opposite of a Nen limitation. A choice must be left open for them to not carry out the ritual to completion. Is part of the risk that more than one prince is allowed to survive. Leaving this avenue for the weaker participants puts the ritual itself in a vulnerable position. This way, the risk that the ruler may fall to ruin is hidden in the time limit. And then Fury is like, you're bringing this up? You're basically egging us on to hurry up and kill the lower princes. And then Kurapika's like, oh, I got one more thing, by the way. And one more thing, I have another crucial announcement. The 14th Prince Wobble is not eligible for the succession battle. What? Okay. What is happening to her? What? You end on this? Holy. Oh my god. What? So clearly Queen Oito is like, she's not dead, but she's like mentally gone. I don't know if that is the stress or if that's Kurapika, like Kurapika saying that we're not a part of the succession. Well, it's okay. You know what? It is also like the fear that Queen Oito probably has, because Queen Oito did not want to participate in the succession. And there is like literal fear among many of these characters that they will be punished for not obeying the king. So maybe that the expression that she has is that Kurapika told her that this is what we're going to do. And she is kind of just fearing the repercussions that Kurapika might not be able to protect her from Huey. Because once the king knows about this, like I feel like it's just going to be just kill her. She's gone. So maybe that's more of what it's like, of like, now that they are not a part of the succession, the families are, the king specifically does not care about them and will just send someone to kill them. So yeah, as CR says in the chat, she seems to fear what will happen now that the cat is out of the bag. Great point. Hello there, Windtime. Welcome to the stream. And Sen, welcome to the stream. Oito turning her back on Wobble is really concerning. Oh, that's, I didn't even, that is a very good, like, visual catch. Oh man. Cause like that, you could interpret that as many other ways, right? As maybe her choice is like, I don't want to be a part of this, including I don't want anything to do with the family, including the child. That could represent a lot of things for her to turn her back on it. There's a very specific reason why Togashi could have made this same panel with her facing the child, but he purposely chose her to be facing away from him. That is a great catch. Great catch. Let me catch up on the chat here. Cruz says that Terry's friend asked to swap Jipper with Bork. Okay, so yeah, more confirmation that, yes, Jipper did not die. I just thought he died. He did not die. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is so good. This is so good. Cruz says, I had theorized that there might be a mechanism that killed off princes who refused to fight, but the risk of losing the throne makes more sense. Yeah, I also really like that moment. I also like that it seems to me that we could actually pop over to the notes here. One moment. It now even seems like a greater thing that, like, we now understand what all this is, right? We are powering up. So that means that this freaking Nen Beast is so powerful that it requires you to go through the succession. Like, that is how insanely powerful this beast is. You cannot have this beast without going through this entire succession. That is the whole Nen limitations for this power. So I'm like, if he ends up using it, oh my god, that's crazy, man. I also really love that Kurapika doesn't need to see any of this, right? Because of Kurapika's deep understanding of Nen limitations, because of everything he does, he immediately knows what is happening. He knows that, like, this is all being set up for a crazy Nen ability. Man, how cool is this? Okay, let me look at more chat. Bone to be Wild says, how about this? Maybe Oito is Beyond's child. She almost is as old as Long He. I love that. I love that. I love that, dude. We need to have more chaos here. I would love that. I would love that. Trevor says, 2 theories that may explain Wobble not being eligible if true. Wobble was a baby, swapped, or Oito is no longer being a legal wife, divorced. Both of these may void the conditions for Wobble's participation. If Wobble was somehow baby swapped, it would explain Oito's reaction turning. Oh my, hold on, I'm going back to this. Oh my god, I'm going back to the chapter. Hold on a second. The next king. How much does it? I'm trying to see if he like specific. Yeah, the act. Oh. He does specifically say the act of sacrificing the lives of kin down to a. It's not like if I'm not mistaken, kin is specifically in reference to your flesh and blood, not like adopted, right? Or can kin just be applied to anything, like just a family thing? Yeah, common ancestry, a relative. So yeah, it is like, oh, that is possible. That is very possible, a baby swap. And Oito knows. So if that's the case, then I think what we might see in chapter 412 would be Kurapika telling everyone. Because Kurapika is not hiding anything, right? His whole point is to share everything. So I think he would share that. He would let people know. Okay, let's see here. Bones Be Wild says, theory. We know Kacho's dead body is floating in the escape pod in the open ocean. Does that mean it hindered the Tree of Kakin ritual Nen room, which stores each of the prince's dead bodies? I don't believe so, just because she died because she left the Black Whale. And so I feel like because she died based off the ritual itself of making sure no one leaves the black whale, that I feel like somebody knows. Like it could just very well be like Noogie is like, oh, sir, Kacho died. Time to head over to the escape pod and pull out her body. Like I feel like they know because she died due to trying to leave the black whale. So I feel like they have her body. We'll see. It very well could be that they don't. That would be such it's like, yeah, we have this barrier that kills people if they try to leave the black whale, but also we can't recover their bodies. That would be crazy. Cruz says, oh, a divorce is a good choice. Yeah, because Oito has been the one who has expressly like does not want to participate, does not care about the king at all, but is afraid of him. CR says, my crazy theory is that maybe Oito is the prince. Oh, okay. Yeah, that is a crazy theory. Okay, CR says, my crazy theory is that maybe Oito is the prince, not Wobble. We saw Terry do the urn ceremony. The only prince who probably did it with the mom around was Wobble. She put the child's blood in the urn. Wow. But then why would, but everyone on the boat though thinks that the Wobble is the prince. So Oito would have to have like fooled all the princes in thinking, unless, yeah, they would all have to, she would have to fool everyone. That's tough, but I like that crazy twist. That would be so dope. Sen, thank you so much for coming to the stream. Appreciate it. Good luck theorizing. Thank you. One win time. Unfortunately, I do not have the reward for slow clapping, so I'll slow clap for you. There you go. Thank you so much. Catching up. Joaquin says, maybe Kurapika found a Nen mark behind Wobble's tongue. Oh my god, right, because we did learn. Okay, we're going back here. Oh my god. What if Wobble is the Beyond Child? Oh, I mean, that was one. That was a theory I had. That I was thinking like, okay, who would the other prince be? I was thinking it was Wobble. I would love it if it was her. She is like, because look, here's the thing. She is the most happiest, optimistic prince in the entire Succession arc. And it would be so cool if she was just the exact opposite of Beyond. Oh my goodness. But man, if it was Wobble, that would be crazy. That would be insane. All right, let me catch up to the chat. Also, thank you all for hanging out in the chat. Greatly appreciated. We'll definitely be doing this every single week. We won't be going over the notes like in the beginning of the video every single week, but certainly at the end, we'll definitely be going back to the notes because I already have a lot of things to add to the notes. The Nen class just expanded by a bunch of characters. Okay. Where did I last leave off at? Oh, okay. AB says, what if Benjamin's child is Oito's actual child and they just swap babies? Right. Because we saw, do I even have that? I don't even know if I have that panel. Oh, yes, we do. Yeah, I do. So there is a panel with Dunzel having a call, and we see a child being taken care of in the back. Oh, man. So yeah, what if Benjamin's child is Oito's actual child and they swap babies? That could very well be. Oh my god. This is crazy. This is truly wild. Oh my god. Also, she kind of looks like she could be Luz's sister. We're talking about Oito? Oh man. You guys are cooking with this one. This would be so... that would be crazy. That would be so crazy. The funny thing is, like, all these theories are plausible because anything could happen. Anything could happen. Okay, Trevor says, the only condition we know for sure is that the child's Nabutzi's legal wives can participate and they must partake in the seed urn ceremony. Okay. I'm moving the chat down here so it's a bit easier to read. Okay. So I'm not looking up at the light. God, it burns. Okay. Hold on. Let me reread Trevor's thing. The only condition we know for sure is that the child of Natsubi's legal wives can participate and they must partake in the seed urn ceremony. Yeah, a divorce is legally binding, like not the wife. But then they would have to do legal paperwork to be divorced, right? Unless she is not his wife. And I don't mean like divorce. I mean like, what if she took Queen Oito's place? That could be a possibility. But then that would also mean like what happened to Queen Oito? Did she die? Or no, actually, she could not be. Maybe she is not Queen Oito. She took Oito's place. Oito maybe died and she pretended to be Oito. She had the baby with Hugh because Hugh does not care. He just wants to have children. I don't think he cares whether like the wife he used to have looked kind of different. It's like, you kind of look different, but I think you're Oito, so I'm just going to have sex with you and have a baby. Like, it could very well be that she is not the actual queen. And maybe that legally legally excludes her as being the legal wife. There's a lot that can happen. Omar says, so with this revelation, Kurapika has just thrown the lower ranking princes he once seemed intent on protecting into the fire in chapter 403. By this revelation, he is only protecting Wobble. This is a very interesting point. I think it's because, actually, let's go. Let's look at the princes. I don't think so. Because the thing with it is that there are a few people with the lower princes that Melody, Biscuit, Hanzo, and Izunavi. I think it's more safe to say that Kurapika trusts them to handle it. I think that is him going, I could only protect Wobble, much like I know that Melody, Biscuit, Hanzo, and Izunavi can help the lower princes. So I think it is. I think you are right. He's intent on protecting Wobble, but I think it's not because he does not care about the other princes. It's that he knows the other princes are safe. I think he just knows that they will be safe with his team. Cruz says, it's mentioned that the army tried to steal Kacho's room, so they know she's dead. Right. Yeah, that's the thing. I think everyone knows now, right? Didn't they make an announcement at some point? So maybe everyone knows at this point. Bone says, I'm 100% sure that Kacho's dead body should be addressed later on. Otherwise, it'd be open-ended loophole for Togashi. I agree. You know what? You're absolutely right. If we do not know what happened to her body, Togashi's gonna throw some loophole at us, some crazy twist. Kacho's still alive. Who knows? Who knows what might happen? CR says, we never saw Wapple's Nen Beast, but maybe it's Oito's Nen Beast. She never appeared because it would reveal Oito's secret. In Silent M could then be Oito's Nen Beast power. That was... Yeah, because the snake bites happened at the very beginning of entering at the very beginning of the succession arc. So it could just be Oito protecting Wobble. I like that. Yep. Bone says, but then whom did King Natsubi procreate with to have Oito as a prince? Good question. Yeah, if Oito is in fact the prince and not Wobble, then who did he have? Dude, we're gonna be all of this is expanding. And once again, I know I'm jumping around the notes, but there's a link down below on YouTube, and I believe in Twitch it's like pinned to the top of the chat, where you can just check out the actual notes yourself, going through basically the beginning of the succession arc and seeing the notes progress as we get to now what will be the next 10 chapters for volume 40. Very, very cool. All right. Chat, give me some time. We have a lot of chat messages to get through. I'm just kind of reading each of them out loud because there's a lot. But thank you all. Thank you all for chatting and hanging out. This has been a tremendously amazing chapter full of juicy lore. And the fact that we're getting one next week is very exciting too. Togashi did mention, right, he had 20 chapters done, but we don't know whether they're going to release all 20 chapters consecutive weeks, or we're just going to get the first batch of 10, and then in a couple of months we'll get the other batch of 10. So we'll see. But it would be crazy. We got 20 straight weeks of Hunter x Hunter. CR says, sorry. Omar says, wait, I'm so behind. Oh my God. I'm like yapping. CR says, oh yeah, we're talking about the Nen Beast, right? Okay, so Living Legend says, man, hurry up. I'm trying to see my goat more at full power and push the beat Pito's agenda. Oh, it's true. Omar says, Kurapika can't use the argument that Wobble is Beyond's child, because if that... Good point, he can't. If that information reaches the other queens, they'll probably argue that a child doesn't need to be Natsubi's biological offspring. To participate, Kurapika won't be able to rely on that distinction because I think all the queens are already aware of that condition. Oh, you're saying that the queens are fully aware of the conditions of the succession? Of the legal wives distinction of the kin needing to survive. That would be very interesting. CR says, if Oito put her blood in the urn instead of Wobble, only a few people would know. The Justice Bureau. So if she put her blood in the urn instead. You know what? That is... Oh, that would explain everything. Okay, I'm going to run with this idea. Oito has been shown that she cares so deeply about Wobble that she wants to protect him. I feel like a good mother, knowing what happens during the succession arc, would put her own blood in the urn and not her child's. But then again, the child is still in danger of being killed in the succession arc. So she didn't really protect him that much because everyone else thinks that he is still a prince that should be killed. But it would make sense why she looks so afraid, because now she's the one who will be targeted. You need to kill, my blood was in the urn. You got to kill me now. I'm going to be the one in the Tree of Kakin. Interesting. That would be wild. I would believe that she would do that though. I would definitely believe that she would put her own blood in the urn. This Is Me says, there is a theory that Oito might be Beyond's child, or there's some connection between them. See chapter 358, page 5. Okay, we're pulling it up. 358, page 5. And then let me share with you the chapter here. Kortopi. Okay, well, page 5. Wait, this is page 5. Page 6, maybe? We're looking at the leg, right? See, between Beyond's legs, that's Oito. No way. No way. Oito. That... Yeah, it could be. I need, do I have, hold on, I'm looking at Hunter x Hunter. Do I have Oito? I've taken a bunch of screenshots. I'm seeing if I have a full body image of Oito. I'm looking at all, oh my God, there are so many screenshots. Oh yeah. I just have a bunch of, this is a random screenshot. Okay. All right. Give me a moment. I'm looking at all of these screenshots. All right. 1 second. I'm looking at this. I think I have a full body shot of Oito. This one's at close. It's close, but you don't really see anything. Really. It's mostly white. But like the character behind her also looks like, our character behind Beyond also looks like the silent majority. I'm still looking to see if I have like a full body shot of Oito. No, we're still getting half body shots. Oh my God, dude, the tease. No, I don't think I have a screenshot of full body Oito. Man, that is such a, that is so specific though. Because these are all the princes. The only prince that we don't see is Wobble. So clearly Oito has to be holding Wobble here. There's no other reasoning. So yeah, it's like just rules of elimination, right? It has to be Oito. Because these are all the princes. There's nothing. That's crazy. That's freaking crazy. Okay. Yeah. How wild. Yeah, her being Beyond's child. Dude, that would be so sick. Omar says, but you need a child of the queen to participate in the succession war. How Oito can be the child of one of the queens. Yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point. There it is. But certainly, well, because we know one of the, oh man. We know that Beyond is up to no good. And we know that one of the princes is Beyond's child. So at some point, one of these princes do not belong in this succession war. But I guess also participate? Trevor says, by the way, congrats on being able to theorycraft with the Hunter x Hunter community live. That's crazy, right? I finally caught up. Oh my goodness. Every theory we concoct here will now be proven incorrect by Togashi next chapter. Absolutely. That's what I live for. I live to be wrong. I live to be wrong. CR says, secret child like Hulkenberg could be possible. Love that. Living Legend says, in chapter 358, we see Wobble giving off a strange aura that shook Kurapika in 401. We see Long Hei show a hint at what could have gave off the aura. Okay, hold on. We're already at 358. Let's see the Wobble aura. Oh yeah, there's Oito right there. There's Oito right there. Look at that. Okay, we're and then Oito getting yeah. Oh. And in 401, we see Longhi show a hint of that aura. Let's jump over to 401. This is good. This is good, chat. Let's see, is that the one? Maybe something similar to this. But you're seeing one that's more closer to what we saw with Wobble. So let's see here. So let's see if we have like one that's more like darkened. This one's close. This one's close. The True Plan uses the same kind of shading for the Nen ability. Referring to the newborns as child. As I said, we could, this is, as I said, we could use Nen since we were born. Newborns with Nen instinctively learn Ten and Zetsu quickly to prevent fatigue. I was always among the top of my academia class, physically, even without trying. And if we go back to 358, Kurapika is on edge because of Wobble's Nen. Yeah, you guys convinced me. That is a Beyond Child. That is a Beyond Child. That if Kurapika was on edge because of like look at this. Okay, that was like look at this. Kurapika was freaked out by this. Man, that might be Beyond's child. That might be a Beyond Child, and that's why Wobble can't be participating in the Succession War, because he is not the actual prince. Oh man. Cruz, well, if that's the case, right, the whole point is not that they need 14 princes. The whole point is that they need all the princes that are related to Hugh to be killed. So Wobble being out of the succession arc does not eliminate the succession. So it doesn't actually destroy everything about like what they're building up. That still could happen. It just means that they need one less prince. Interesting. A living legend, and Kurapika checked him for the curse and put it together. That's what's giving off the strange aura. Yeah, okay. Cruz says maybe Pika is trying to find allies who don't want more dictatorship. That is also a great point. He does mention in the chapter that he's like, we need the people to start chaos. And openly talking about this, about how if we stop the Nen from being created, if we stop the succession, like the whole kingdom is going to fall. The dictatorship will be no more. That is a great point. That is a great point. He is building more allies. I guess Furyalkov even mentioned it, right? He was theorizing that he was trying to turn the succession game into more of a defensive game, and now Kurapika is attempting to just wholesale stop it. Okay. Omar says maybe Oito has fertility issues. After realizing she couldn't conceive, she faked a pregnancy, meaning Wobble isn't her biological child. Very well could be the case. Man, because it's so tough because we know, like, she would certainly die. She would be killed if she was not able to produce for Hugh. And so for her, she's like, I need to live. I'm going to fake a pregnancy or have someone take my child, something like that. So that is very possible. But then also, if we consider that Wobble might be Beyond's child, then that also means that that would also lead to Wobble and Oito not having any connection to the king and not being participating in the succession war. So there's a lot, but I think you guys are cooking with, like, there is something up with Oito or Wobble, and one of them is the reason why we are disqualified from the succession arc. Very exciting, very cool. Whoa, Gon Freeze coming in saying Oito wasn't awakened to Nen before Kurapika gave her the ability, though. Okay, and the GSB has fed off her Nen. Okay, great point. She cannot be a Beyond child because she wasn't awakened to Nen. Good point. So then I think I might just... And then, yes, and because she wasn't awakened, Silent Majority could not be her spirit beast. Okay. Good points. Okay, great. So then I don't know. I might go back to where is it? Are the notes up? The notes are not up. Let me show the notes. We might just go back over here. All the way over here. Nope, that's too far. So maybe it is. Maybe Wobble is the prince. Maybe it is the prince. But then Longhi wants to kill the baby. We'll see. All right, let me pull up chat here again. Okay. Wait, I was in top chat, not live chat. Oh my god. I think I just destroyed everything. Okay, I gotta catch up. Okay, yep. Okay, we stopped that Gon Freeze. Okay, Cruz says Silent Majority can't be the spirit beast. Cruz, the first dead happened. Yeah, right. Before Oito awakened, the Silent Majority was already existing because dudes were getting snake bitten. Right, and then Joaquin also mentions Oito can't be the prince because she saw Terry's beast. Right. Okay. Good question. Good job, everyone. Correct. CR says you don't need to be a Nen user to have a Nen beast. Claw says that's very interesting. That's very interesting. Because it's part of the ceremony, right? So if we could believe that Oito gave her blood into the urn, it is possible she got a spirit beast. No, she will be getting a spirit beast if she put her blood in the urn, leading her to be able to see other Nen abilities. I guess there's still a possibility here. There's still a possibility. CR says you don't need to be an end user. Okay, we're at that. Gal says probably 10 chapters. Then when I was talking about, like, we know that Togashi has written 20 chapters, and we'll see if Shonen Jump decides to do all 20 at once, or if it's 10 break 10. Which I assume it might just be 10 break 10. That would be a smarter idea. Spread it out. Let us relax, because I'm sure already chapter 1 of this new batch is already insane. I don't know how all of us could survive 20 weeks, but also a lot of you have been waiting years for this moment. I just completed it last year. So I cannot tell you guys to just take another break, because you guys have been taking breaks. Claw says we are so back. Absolutely. CR says Wobble would be a decoy. Yes, and that explains why she is so still stressed from her safety. But from the other prince's POV, they wouldn't consider her a threat if they don't know she is a prince. Good point. Omar says chapter 371, page 6 of 7. Kurapika finally first time realized about how the succession works and thinking about a way to break the system. Ooh, let's go back. Okay, 371. I need to reload this one while talking to Bill. Okay. 371. That's the beginning of chapter or volume 36. I actually have that volume, so maybe we just read it. Okay, and then allow me to share my screen. Bam. So you're saying between pages 6 and 7. I'm sure it's here. I'm sure it's here. It is Bill and Kurapika talking to each other. I think you're... and he is confronting her about how this works. And then in page 8, I think that's like the realization of how it works. Because he is kind of figuring out about the snakes, of how it's happening, about the Nembis, about the succession. And then his realization of like, oh, I see what's happening. Bone to be wild. By the way, I don't think the panel of Oito being behind beyond doesn't amount to much, as that panel was just to showcase the imp figures of the Kakin. But Oito being the 8th queen gets the least attention. By the way, I don't think the panel of Oito... Yeah, it could very well be. You're not wrong, because it like the reveal that one of the princes is a child doesn't happen. Like Togashi waits for that moment, right? So basically the child is hidden behind beyond until the actual grand reveal of like the 14th prince is just a baby. Right, so it could very well be Togashi waiting to reveal that moment, and so just keeping Oito behind beyond as like a way to not reveal that it is the baby could be possible. CR says, any other queen could be Oito's mom, like Hulkenberg being... Oh, you're right! CR, you're right! It has already been established that the mothers of the princes can already not be correct because of Hulkenberg. So it could very well be possible that the queens are not correct, or that their relationships to each other are not correct. Like that is very well open and possible. AB says Gyro and Morena are both victims of the Hunter x Hunter world with the same mindset. What differs them from each other? Man, I haven't heard of Gyro in forever. Here's the thing with Gyro, though. This is the thing I'm going to hold to my grave. We learn from Wolf Boy, because I forgot his name, that the thing that Gyro says is don't die until you're dead. My theory is that we will hear that quote we'll hear that quote from someone. And that's our indication that we know that's Gyro. So I'm just waiting for that quote to be revealed. I don't expect the manga to say that's Gyro. It's going to be the character's going to say that at some point, and then that's the fan base going, now that's Gyro. He said the line. So that's what I'm waiting for. But don't die until you're dead. I feel like Morena is more is more death associated. So maybe. I haven't really made the connection between Morena and Gyro. I know that back when I was reading the chapters, people were mentioning that people felt like Morena was the replacement for Gyro, and I don't know. I don't feel like Togashi would just throw away Gyro. Gyro has a plan, but also from the way it has been set up, Gyro seems to be a character for Gon, and this is just not Gon's story. This is not Gon's story, so maybe we just won't see Gyro for a very long time. Or until, but he's probably at the Dark Continent right now at this point. It is so strange that we got like a full backstory with Gyro, and then they passed in the wind. Going in Gyro. So yeah, maybe Dark Continent Gyro is going to come back. Ciara says, good point, Joaquin. I can't argue against that one. But Fugetsu can see Katra's Nen Beast, though. But also, Fugetsu also has the the pin. Beep, beep. She got the blood drip. Drip, drip, drip. So I think, yeah, maybe not necessarily Nen, but if your blood is in the seed urn, you still get the ability to view Nen Beasts. Omar says, the next page after Kurapika's realization, he says interesting things about what we just... Oh. The next page. Okay. Oh, let me show you it. So it's Kurapika and Bill. Bill notices, Kurapika, what's the matter? Is it another headache? No, I'm fine. Everything here has been cleared. Perhaps if just one person could withdraw from the succession battle, the risk-reward trade-off would collapse and all Nen Beasts might vanish. That is very interesting. So yeah, it might just be as simple as them withdrawing. Because getting killed is not a withdrawal. It is still activating the tree of Kakin. But if it was to purposely withdraw, that is something else. And Kurapika would be up for testing that out to see if all the Nen Beasts might disappear. That would be crazy. Oh man, dude. I'm so excited to see what happens next chapter. That's gonna be crazy. Cruz says Kurapika needs to be careful with the information he says, with the meaning of Wapol not being qualified. Yeah, that's a great point. That was a great point. And also, like, one of the worries that I felt like it seemed like Oito had, which is like, if they are just simply deciding to withdraw, like, the king wants this to succeed, which means that regardless of whether she withdraws or not, that puts the most direct, like, killing target on their backs. So it is truly like nightmare scenario for Oito and Wobble if it's truly like they're withdrawing. Bone says it may very well be that Cruz completely squashed our theory just through the thought Kurapika says, oh, I meant this and this. That is also a good point, right? Of like Kurapika also not realizing that he is that he is being misinterpreted, which might also just be something that Togashi's like, Togashi's been writing and he's gotten time to maybe read some comments, and it's like he's like, what? No, I didn't mean this at all when Kurapika said this. No, it was something completely different. And then he just writes it in that Kurapika's like, oh no, you guys got completely wrong. And the Slack is like, what are we supposed to interpret that like? So that just might be Togashi just going like, you guys were thinking too hard about this. Gal says probably a Succession War arc, then Dark Continent arc, and then Gyro Meteor City arc. That would be crazy. To go from Succession to Dark Continent back over to Meteor City where it all started. That would be so cool. Because it seems like so much has happened in Meteor City. Meteor City seems to be most likely a part of the flesh carnivals that happened with Kakin. So they have deep ties to that. Deep ties to Kakin, for sure. I mean, look, Meteor City has deep ties to Kakin, and then also, like, I personally can't get over this. Where, like, the color spread for 390, the hat on top of this dude looks like an urn, looks like the urn. But then also, they kind of look similar to, like, Meteor City Elders and Kakin. So I'm like, is there some sort of connection between Meteor City and Kakin itself? But we'll see. We'll see, dude. I like this. Okay. AB says, Prince Tyson is a dark horse in the Succession War. She will surprise a lot of us. I agree. I'm rooting for Tyson so much because we last left off on Tyson changing everyone. Everyone who was, all of her guards are becoming these fantasy book versions of themselves. And so a part of me is like, she might just do something like positive, like very good hearted, and that might just be crazy. And she's also been very isolated from the rest of everything going on. So she might be cooking her own thing. The only connection we have to her is Izunami. So we'll see. And also just because I would find it funny, I hope that she's also a Beyond child. That would be hilarious. Oh my goodness. Omar says, so maybe he's somehow trying to withdraw Wobble to make the secession disappear. Very, yeah, that does seem to be the case. That does seem to be the case, that he is just trying, he's doing whatever he can to make things less complicated. He's like, this is way too complicated. If we get the Nen Beast out of here, that eliminates a lot of the issues. Because as we can tell, the Nen Beasts for all these princes are just insane. Like, if he can eliminate this, like that would just make things so much more easier to handle the succession arc. Oh my God, we haven't even seen this guy in a while. Dude, there's just so much. Okay. Iran says, maybe Wobble is Netero's son with Oito. What if not even Beyond, we go all the way back to Netero? That would be sick, dude. I would love that. Wait, no, sorry. Netero is their last name, right? It's Beyond Netero. Netero is their last names, right? But yes, I hope so. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. AB says, remember in chapter 410 when Ben said there are only four princes left? It implies two things are dead or imprisoned. Did I just forget that? Okay, we're going back. Not that one. Okay, let's see here. And also, I think it's also important to indicate chapter 410 opens up with us being day 12 at 1 p.m. Chapter 411 opens up day 12, 8 a.m. So there is also, we have not caught up to what happened. Why did martial law actually occur? Yeah, 4 princes left here. Man. So they said that this chapter, they say that Luz is in hiding. So Melody, I think day 12 is the day that they were supposed to go and kill Luz. So then very well then the light changed, but very well then it could be possible that he did make that change, or that they killed him. That could very well have happened. Hulkenberg is assumed dead. Like, obviously they don't know about his spirit beast, so he is technically dead. So most likely Terry's alive. Benjamin obviously is alive. Well, if you say 4 princes left, you are not including yourself as the 4th prince. So there are 5 princes still alive. I'm assuming Camilla, Terry, Benjamin, Wobble, because they still think Wobble is. So there's literally 1 prince. What? Wait a minute. No way. But also, if the Nen class happened, okay, here's the assumption. Wait, you guys don't even see what? Oh no, I did show you. I did show you the 4 princes left, right? So Benjamin is not including himself in the 4 princes. So Benjamin is alive. Terry is alive. Sorry, at day 12 at 1 p.m., Benjamin is alive. Terry is most likely alive. Camilla, most likely alive. I think so. Wobble might be alive. But if the Nen class happened before martial law, it very well could be obvious that Bobby R. Fury told Benjamin, like, hey, this is the reason why Wobble's not a part of the succession, and so they don't include him. So Fugetsu, Mariam, Tyson, Zhongli, Luz, Tuba, only 2 of these can survive. By 1 p.m. What the hell happened? That's crazy. I'm not going to even... That's insane. That is freaking insane. Omar says, I hope we have all the answers next chapter. Togashi would be a criminal. Yeah, we're gonna go. Next chapter. We're just gonna cut to the Phantom Troop, because also we're there. We can't forget we got the love phone call, and the phone call is ringing. There's someone on the love phone. Lotus says, what a great chapter. Absolutely. This is a 10 out of 10 chapter. Trevor says, any thoughts on what we may see next chapter? I have a hunch we won't jump to martial law for a while. Yeah, I agree with you. We have the martial law as the cool cliffhanger for the years, but it is very clear that Togashi now wants to fill in the blanks. He gave us Endgame to martial law. Now we just need to see how everything falls apart. And so that is one the things that I would like to see is I would like a continuation of this chapter, right? Because sometimes we jump over to different parts and different places, but I really hope that we're doing a continuation. That's what I hope to see next. I honestly just hope to see that, like, we get a reasoning why Wapol is no longer in the succession. You know, maybe if it is a beyond related, maybe Kurapika won't say that. But Kurapika has been pretty open. But the beyond stuff is also more hush hush. So I'm very curious. I would like to see more continuation of the Wobble stuff. Cruz says, what a great chapter for making us rethink. Absolutely. I freaking love Togashi. Every chapter is just going to be so solid. Bone says, everyone is missing out that Luz is a benefactor of a mafia family and has a spirit Nembis, which has a malicious ability. He definitely could be the actual monster in disguise. Oh. Yeah, I mean, you are correct, because Luz has been very laid back. Has been very much like, just chill. Not a care in the world, but there has to be something going on. Also, I forgot to mention, Basho is there. He is there. So, like, we also need to get more information on what's happening with Luz. Wait a minute, hold on a second. Is that our group? Is that our 4 princes? Benjamin. So by martial law, Benjamin, Luz, Tyson. Well, no, Moe's died. Mariam. And then I'm excluding Wobble because I'm just going to assume that Wobble survived in Fugetsu. That's 5. That fits. That literally fits. Wobble excluded because Bobby mentions at some point, Kurapika tells the secret behind Wobble not being participating. Bobby or Fury go to Benjamin saying that, hey, Wobble's no longer participating because of these rules. So when Benjamin says this, it could very well just be the crew that Melody protects, that Biscuit protects, that Hanzo protects. Well, Hanzo, actually, no, not Hanzo. That Tyson, or that Izunavi protects, and that Basho protects. That is 5 princes. But then we would have the whole... Terry would die before we get to this point? I don't believe that. I don't believe that. And also, the fact is that Melody's character is now looking to kill Luz, who is being protected by Basho. It definitely seems like Luz will be our next target. So, because I don't see Luz surviving unless somehow Melody and Basho like communicate enough to where they will cancel off killing him. Like I don't know what's going to go. I mean, Fugetsu is also like on the verge of death, like literally. So we'll see. There's so much that could happen. Let me see if I'm catching up with everyone. Omar says, talking about Silent Majority. Enrique says, I think all the chapters in this batch will cover everything that happened before martial law was applied and will end right where we left off with Benjamin. I would love that. That would be such a perfect encapsulation of a volume. Of just a volume just being the martial law volume. I would freaking love that. That would be perfect. Cruz says maybe Terry and Camilla are dead, but they tricked him. Okay, I see. Well, hold on a second. Would Terry fake his death though? That I don't know if that's like a Terry thing to do. Dude, this is it's so complicated, but I love it. I love these theories. Man, more death fakes. I would love that though. Mariam is the safest individual on that ship besides the King of Beyond. Yeah, he's got that gigantic dragon behind him. and the invisible and his invisible room. Trevor says also, Sam, there was a new Hunter x Hunter PV for last patch. I don't know if or when you want to react to it. You know what? Let's react to it. Before we end the stream, let's react to it and hopefully we don't get shut down. Bone says, you also keep in the back of your mind that Melody and his group just came to the conclusion that Luz is behind Fugetsu's curses. It may not be the case completely. That's a great point. Man, this is what I love. I love that in order for me to understand this, I had to do this. I had to do this to simply just grasp the idea, and I love how everything is just so connected to each other. It's so perfect. Let me pull up the PV here. Let me get the PV up here before we end stream, and we'll take a look. I briefly saw some of the PV because all I was like going like, wait, is that a new Hunter x Hunter logo? Because it was like silver and blue. Okay, let's see here. No, not Hunter x Hunter PvP. Hunter x Hunter PV. Oh my goodness. All right, this is the one with Chrollo. Dude, damn, look at all this. Okay, let me share my screen. Wait, hold on. I'm just gonna go to a different panel, different thing. YouTube. Discard. Oh. Window capture. Let's do this. Just gotta adjust things here. One moment. I'm just fixing up everything. Just so that it all looks nice, copying over these filters, adding this a bit thing here, and then I could bam. Well, no, we're not. Stream's not ending. Stream's not ending. Don't worry. Okay, so we got a few PVs, But I think this is the one I think this is the PV that we're actually referring to. So let's watch this one. I'll pause the music. Boop. And let's take a look. Okay. Here we go. Everyone's all celebrating. Yeah. Oh, I love the way they animate this with the sound effects and everything. Yeah. Oh, that's so cool how they are animating all the Nen beasts. Cool. All the princes. Oh. Zodiacs, the Phantom Troop. Dude, yeah, Phantom Troop backstory. Oh, you're showing us that? Retribution. Yeah, the Ahsoka moment. Pleasure. Dude, showing the smile, very funny. Oh, I forgot. Oh my God, big smile man. What's your name? God, I'm pulling you up. This is Kenny. Kenny Wang joining up with Morena. Forgot about that. Yeah, the smile as his ability. Love it. Man. Destruction. Yeah. Dude. So sick, man. That's so cool. Dude, having it, animating the black whale crossing, absolutely incredible. What a good, such a freaking cool trailer. Very, very cool. There are other 5 PVs that are helpful recaps, but not necessary to watch. Oh, I see. Those were the other ones with like the bartender. Because I did see I didn't see those, but I saw these ones here. So these are all the recaps. catching you up. This is very cute, though. What's this one? What is this Netero one, though? I'm curious what this Netero one is. Oh, is this his goodbye message? Yeah, it's his goodbye message. Well, I'm dead now. Going to see you guys later. And joining Hunter x Hunter. All right, I also have a son. Did you know that? Check out my nose hair. This is Shibuya, I think, or Tokyo. I've never been. But it's a cool place. Oh, Hunter x Hunter's coming back. Did you know that? Well, I did too. I'm great. I know Japanese very well. As you can tell, I'm very good at that. Well, hopefully my son didn't get up to no bad business. All right, see you guys later. Bye. Bye for now. That's cool. This might just be. Was that just Netero just saying like, "Hey, Hunter x Hunter is back"? He not only left a message of his death, but he also left a message that, hey, Hunter x Hunter's coming back. Oh, that's cute. Biscuit's here too. Oh, she's like, check out this QR code. Yeah. Very, very cool. Oh my goodness. This has been such a tremendous, tremendous time. Chat, that's it for me. I appreciate all of you hanging out. Whether you're over there in Twitch chat, whether you're over here in YouTube, I appreciate you. And we'll be back next week, same time, talking about more I can't believe it. We're going to at least have 10 straight weeks of Hunter x Hunter, unless there's a Shonen Jump break. Very excited for you all coming by. Thank you so much. I am so excited. Oh my God. And the fact that, before I leave, we cannot ignore the fact that Togashi, being the sick MFer that he is, opened this entire, keep in mind, right, we had this crazy awesome lore, crazy things, but this sick guy opened up the chapter with Terry holding Pyro's head. Let's not forget how sick and twisted he is, okay? This is crazy. That's it for me. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. The thing, it still doesn't work. Eventually, at some point, the goodbye screen is going to work, and it's like, thank you everyone for watching. Ooh. Eventually, I'll get it to work, but like right now, it just doesn't work. You know, it just doesn't work. There we go.